Scarpins Avenue.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sklar Country, the virus edition, aka the Pandy Pods,
AKA Two Bros No Garden Hosts,
aka while the smugs sulk and the thugs skulk, get your hugs in bulk from comedy genius Doug Culp. That's aka Mike Huddleston, aka Huddletron, aka Old Zealand.
That is a unifier,
through.
a guy who's bringing together the community who listens to this show through his own AKA.
Here's another one from Mike Huddleston, aka Huddletron. For extricating the toilet from your nation's pulpit, I'm giving an elation call out to rhythmic quillet Jason Bullitt. There you go. Jason Bullitt yesterday had a thing. Boom. AKA Sklar, hashtag AKA Sklar, if you're listening and you want
Hey, if you want to get a shout out from Huddletron, the way to get involved is shout out at AKA for us.
We are back. It's the middle of the week. I hope you guys are doing okay. And we've got stories and we want to jump into them right away for you. So here we go. Now, we are really going to have to hunker down in this flu season.
It's feeling like we're going to have to lock it down. It really, really does feel like that.
And basically with government completely abdicating all responsibility. Trump is barely playing golf. Ask the people who are playing golf with him if he even gives a shit about the golf he's playing.
Yeah, he's probably like on many occasions not even driving, just like dropping a ball near the green.
Yeah, I'll just pick up and throw it right by the hole and putt
Give
it
me
in.
a two.
Give me
I'll take a two on that
it's
par
a par five.
I'll take a two.
Right.
Give me a double eagle.
So he's not even lifting a finger.
No,
with
for the
regard to the
pandemic?
pandemic.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? No.
Most Americans who didn't participate in the stupid ass Million MAGA march, they're freaking out right now.
Yes.
Freaking out. And then there are the gamers. The gamers
in this world, people who are video game addicts,
they're like, what?
What pandemic?
What pandemic? We've been in the basement
For years.
for the last year.
Decades.
If you've been in the basement for the past year, you don't know what's going on. This has not affected your life at all.
What pandemic? I've been using Postmates for decades.
We gave you assholes the blueprint for how to survive this thing. Gamers. It's like that kid we grew up with who just sold weed out of his parents' garage.
And his parents were like, get your life together.
What are you going to do with your
Or you're going to end up on the streets. You're going to be a huge disappointment.
Now that guy is like the CEO of 10 different grow houses, and he's making more money than we'll ever see in our
Than
lifetime.
his parents will ever make.
All right?
So that's what happens.
Just never overlook somebody
who might be teaching us how the future is going to be played out.
That's right. In survival.
Yeah.
But then you're reminded that a lot of gamers are just idiots.
Yes. They're stupid
And this
kids.
next story.
They're stupid adults and also stupid kids. Now, some gamers are amazing and they're smart.
Yeah.
And look, it's a mix. There's
The
a mix of
esports
all
is
people.
a whole thing. Like you can make lots of money on
And
esports.
there is a mix. You have to be intelligent to play a lot of these games.
We're not going to paint it with a broad brush. There are
No.
smart people who do it. There are dumb people. We're going to focus on the dumb people who are gamers.
You can't even say there are a lot. There's just a lot of people game. So you're going to have the full spectrum of
people.
intelligence.
Exactly. We are our good friend Jason Smith, who helps us do this podcast. Huge gamer.
Jonah Ray, huge
gamer. Eric Griffin, our buddy comedian. Huge gamer.
These are smart
These
people.
smart people.
These are smart people. So
These are brilliant minds, smart people who do it.
then
And
there are also
these
dummies.
people.
There are people like this.
Here we go. Microsoft had to release a statement to all its Xbox X series users. Please don't blow vape smoke into your Xbox Series X.
That's a message they sent to them?
They had to say that. Now, have they said that about any other Xbox series?
No.
Do PlayStation, does Sony have to tell people this?
Does Nintendo Switch say don't blow vape smoke into your
The
hand?
Xbox Series X is only a couple of days old. This is after last week. And Microsoft had already been forced to tell people not to blow vape smoke into their consoles.
That's a thing. That's
can't
a real
believe
thing.
that that's a thing. Did they? I just don't even understand how that become. It's got to happen so much that then they need to release
Enough
the
to they're
statement.
like, well, we got to say something now. We have to say something.
Does this mean that vaping is more of a thing for people now? Do you think that since the last Xbox series was released,
I think somebody did something, and I know because I know what's happening in the story. I
Right.
think somebody started doing something, and then that caught on as a trend, and now they have to come out and be like, "Don't do that."
maybe
Like just like people are like, "Hey, Tide Pods are for clothes.
yeah, don't eat them.
Don't get high off of it."
As the next generation Xbox became available, videos started to surface on social media of consoles overheating and spewing out smoke through its vents out the top. This is what I will call a misinformation alert. This is how misinformation and the misinformation that gets doled out from the top of our country then makes its way into other areas.
Got to cross-check the articles. Cross-check it.
Well, if it was on the internet, it had to be true.
Oh, yeah.
People began to quickly question whether or not the videos were fake, and a Spanish-language Twitter account called Xbox Studio, not an official Xbox account.
Right.
By the way, shouldn't it be Studio Xbox?
It should.
I took a lot of
I don't want to
Spanish
tell
in
you
high
how
school.
to do your Spanish naming of something.
I would question a quote-unquote Spanish-language Twitter account that had no Spanish in, wouldn't you?
Sí. Por
Thank you.
supuesto.
In the same way that I would question a lot of Xbox X's just up and smoking. I would question that.
Yes. Questionable thing.
Studio Xbox showed how the smoky effect that people were claiming to be caused by overheating were more likely to be achieved through blowing vape smoke through the console.
So it comes up through the vent.
It's like vaping in your dog's mouth and then taking a video saying, dog's got to quit smoking.
He likes it.
Dog's got to quit smoking. Well, that's
Look at
not
my
really.
dog. He's hooked on vaping.
Dude, he's vaping.
You just blew smoke into his mouth.
Dogs
and now
be vaping. Your golden retriever doesn't want your fucking cherry vape smoke in his mouth.
Nobody does.
Xbox Studios debunking video. They debunked it.
They had to make a debunking video.
But listen to this. Their debunking video was retweeted over 3,400 times as of Wednesday, of course, leading to a few folks then trying it DIY Xbox on their own.
Right.
So their video to stop it
only inspired people
more dumb people to
try.
want to do it. Okay, so Xbox Studio wanted to warn everyone that Xbox X smoking thing was probably some dumb kids who were vaping into their console.
Right, and they were saying, please don't do this. This is not something you should do to your new console, your brand new machine that you
and
just
then
bought.
people retweeted and said, we should try that.
Classic internet.
Way to go,
capitalize
internet.
on the wrong thing, the
Wrong part of the message. It would be like the ice bucket challenge being co-opted by bullies. They do, it's like
To just torment,
just to torment
outcast
nerds.
kids. Yeah.
Exactly.
Dumping ice water on them.
Here's your ice bucket challenge. No, that's not what
not
it
the
is. That's
thing.
not why we initially did it. We can't believe we have to say this, the official Xbox account tweet on Monday, but we do not want to.
They started with, we can't believe we have to say this.
But please do not blow vape smoke into your Xbox Series X, said Aaron Greenberg, head of marketing for Xbox, tweeted, put down the vape and pick up the controller. So you're saying
down the
put
vape.
down the one thing that's addictive and then pick up the other thing that we want you to be
We want you
addicted
to
to.
be addicted to our thing, not vaping.
By the way, if you're the head of Xbox marketing, shouldn't you know that you're marketing to a bunch of people that would be stupid enough to blow Xbox smoke into their Xbox thing? You don't know who you're marketing to.
Right. Know your audience.
By the way, you should be marketing to those people because if they destroy their Xbox,
They got to buy a new one.
Thank you. You can
in
sell
essence,
more.
In essence, they're doing something, and this is something to be pointed out. They're doing something, Randy, for the better of the world, to the detriment of their business
company
model.
All right. When
When does that happen in this universe?
When asked for a comment about videos alleging to show the Xbox Series X smoking, a Microsoft spokesperson on Wednesday morning said the company takes all product safety reports seriously. So now they have to be like, we got to make sure that this isn't
now,
happening.
thanks to you dummies blowing smoke in this thing, we got to actually make sure that it's not something else.
And then they hung up the phone and laughed for a good 3 minutes.
Yeah.
The Xbox Series X launched last Thursday along the smaller, cheaper, and less powerful Xbox Series S. The Series X will set you back $500.
a lot.
Okay, the Series S is closer to more affordable, $300. The PlayStation 5 follows on Thursday.
You don't have an Xbox, do you?
I
Ren?
don't. You
We
do, right? You
Yeah,
got
we do.
one?
Yeah, we got it.
I
It's good.
can't figure out if the Xbox X's smoking are a bad thing. I just can't figure. I feel like people would buy them just to see if they would start smoking. Like, is this? I'm saying a bad thing for the company.
See, the company should come out with a new Xbox called Xbox Smoke,
Yes.
and then not tell people whether or not
No,
they
but like
smoke, but then
just like he's playing so much, it's smoking.
right,
You know what I mean? Like his
smoking
fingers.
through. I mean, or they should allow a hole in it for kids who are vaping to blow vape
Just a
smoke
tiny
into the, so it becomes like
vape
its
hole.
own vape hole.
All right, there you go. That's the first story down in the books.
Xbox Smoke with new vape hole.
With new vape hole in the console is pretty good. I think you'll get a lot of people for that. All right,
Well, is it in the console or is it in
they're
the?
blowing it into the console.
All right,
Is what it is.
I don't get it.
Let's take a break. When we come back, we've got a story about a gentleman. And again, I've been watching so much Alone. I can just tell you
Alone
right
in
now.
the Arctic, right?
Alone in the Arctic, but now I've gone to Patagonia for season 3.
Oh, I've been to Patagonia.
Yeah, I know you have. I kept thinking about it. So I've gone to Patagonia, and I'm going to barrel through the other seasons. And it is fascinating because the story, it is alone. It's not just about your survival skills. You can be a great survivalist,
But it's
if
about can you
cannot
handle
be
being alone.
You cannot be alone with your thoughts. This is what it is. This is a gentleman who should not be alone ever in the wilderness, and he considers himself an outdoorsman. We'll do that story on the other side of the break. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Live Dumb People Town, your office Christmas party.
We got you covered.
We got it. It's going to be a holiday bash. We're going to give money to charity. It's on December 12th, Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. West Coast.
The world is locking down, but we are opening this up to everybody.
It is like a night out in your own house. Go to eventbrite.com, look up
Order
Live Dumb People
Postmates,
Town.
order some wine or whatever, hang out at home.
It's going to be fun, and we want you to be a part of it. And tickets are selling, and we just don't want you to get shut out of this thing. We're going to give some money to charity. The Dollop. They're amazing. If you know Dave Anthony and Gareth Reynolds, their podcast is incredible. The Dollop, it's Dollop Peopletown and Mac Lethal, the great rapper Mac Lethal. He's going to do his version of our Dumb Peopletown theme song. That's worth the price of admission right there.
Just to hear a new original Mac Lethal song. And he'll do 3 originals, which will blow your mind.
Fantastic.
One of the fastest, best rappers out there. You're going to love him. An indie artist as a rap artist who's incredible.
I love
City.
it. So again, eventbrite.com. Look at our YouTube page, Sklarbro Country, and then go to the Facebook page. And like our Facebook page. We're just Sklar Brothers on Facebook. Like it. We're putting up cool videos, and share those, please, around. That helps us out a great deal. All right.
Let's get into it.
Just being in the great outdoors by yourself, I guess, isn't enough for people these days. Do you understand? It's a good start, number one. Okay.
Well, you're not around a lot of people.
That's a good thing.
You're
Again, I'm saying Alone for the Pandemic is the best show out there because it's just one person
socially distanced from the world.
3.5 miles around them, essentially.
You don't have to wear a mask all the time.
No one's around you. You're being physical. That's a positive thing. So if you go out on like a solo camping trip, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing these days. It's one of the things that you can do.
Right.
That is something
Safe.
that and gives you life. It's life-giving. So with that in mind, understand also that the animals are rising up.
Yes.
They're feeling themselves in a really big way.
Once you're out there, though, you can't act like an asshole.
You got to be cool. Like now's the time to really embrace nature and say,
why is that so hard for people?
Because
why is it so hard?
Because the person leaving the presidency right now is the biggest asshole ever, and he made it okay for everyone else to just let that freak flag fly.
Yeah.
As in the case of the next story. Social media, of course, is the thing that caused this idiot to hoist himself on his own petards. Here we go.
Yep.
Part-time Colorado resident and full-time player. Just kidding. Part-time Colorado resident who documents his disrespect for public lands on social media. His disrespect for public lands on social media.
Disrespect for public lands.
Learned Friday
Aside from corporations that want to drill.
That's right. Learn when defendants try to go toe-to-toe with a federal judge. Part-time Colorado resident is how he defines himself, which, I mean...
Who calls themselves a part-time resident?
This dummy. David Lesh. It sounds like he's half of David Koresh.
Right.
David Lesh.
He's a lesser
Koresh.
Lesser Koresh.
Agreed to a compromise on October 2nd that allowed him to enter the U.S. Forest Service lands if he followed the same rules as everyone else. That's all you got to do.
Just follow the
rules like everybody follows.
Then go have this magical experience outside.
But after he flouted that agreement 19 days later by posting a picture on Instagram of himself defecating in Maroon Lake.
What?
U.S. Magistrate...
Maroon 5 should get to go kick his ass.
U.S. Magistrate Gordon Gallagher, the Gordon Lightfoot of U.S. Magistrates, lowered the boom. He really crapped the lake on this one. I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
it's like when you shit the bed, that's one thing, but when you crap the lake, that's
way worse.
That's an affront to us all.
It's like poisoning the well, but doing it to like Ansel Adams, to a pristine nature photo.
He is like Ansel. He's like a Dickie Ansel. He's Asshole Adams.
Asshole Adams.
That's who it is. Full-time Colorado resident would not have done that. You know that.
No.
Adam Caton Holland, would he have done that?
No, he absolutely
Full-time
wouldn't.
Colorado
No,
resident.
no. Jeff Tice, our buddy,
Never would do
that.
it. As of Friday, Lesh, 35 years old, should know better. is for the foreseeable future banned from entering millions of acres of U.S. Forest Land Service because of the photo he posted on October 21st, Gallagher said. How do you enforce that ban?
I don't know. That's the question.
You got to put a picture up in every single entry booth into public lands. You got to put it up there because...
What if this guy grows a beard? Now you're going to ask all these people who's like... Their job in their life was to get away from society, to go up into a natural place.
They just want to chill out. They don't want to have to like bust people. So now they got to look at this picture and look at everybody coming through. And is that the guy?
Is this the guy?
So now I got to be like an enforcement officer. No,
no one signed up for that. There's no way they're going to be able to.
Look at how you ruined their days by being the asshole. You crapped the lake.
Crap the lake on this one.
In addition to the ban, the judge forbid Lesh from posting any picture or video of any social media platform of himself or anyone else violating the state or federal laws on any federal lands.
Yes.
Under the jurisdiction of the court, including National Forests, National Monuments, Bureau of Land Management, land, and other federal properties.
So you cannot pee on the Statue of Liberty, bro. And you can't post it. Social media got you.
That's it. You wanted to post on social media. He had to take the picture of himself crapping the lake.
Likes, buddy, right?
It was so important to his followers that he captured that. Now, he has over 80,000 followers.
Instagram followers?
Yes. So that's more than us.
Fine.
So we're going to give him, fine. You got credit. You got a lot. That's a lot. That's not tons.
But is this what you want to be known for? Okay.
That's it.
You're not a comedian.
Trust us. It's not as funny as you think it is taking a shit in a lake.
No.
That's not fun. Like you think it's funny. Maybe a couple of your friends think it's funny. It's not funny.
Right.
It's not something you want to post. I'm not saying non-comedians can't post funny stuff. They do all the time.
Yes, they have.
But this is not.
Yeah.
Like if it's funny to you, it may not be funny to everyone. Quote, I find it appropriate to change Lesh's bond condition to protect the land, not only from Mr. Lesh's direct actions, but from the influence. So see, the judge took social media into consideration on this whole thing.
Look, he's got some followers.
He may inspire other people to take a shit in Maroon Lake, right?
Copycat crimes.
Copycat crimes. The judge also said he was issuing a ruling to ensure the safety of the community.
Yes.
This ban will last at least the duration of the current federal case against him. So God knows how long that is. Lesh asked the judge to postpone the ban and other conditions until he could hire a new attorney, probably by the end of next week. And he still had a few more rivers that he wanted to shit in.
Yeah. He wanted to dump in some rivers and he wanted to post it on TikTok.
There you go. The request is denied, Gallagher said. I love this guy.
Denied.
He's like Noam and Liam Gallagher.
Yeah.
Right? Noel and Liam.
It's not Noam, it's Noel.
It's Noam and Leal Gallagher.
Sure.
That's what he said. He must sign the new conditions by Tuesday or risk arrest. Now, if you have to go to the bathroom in the wilderness, just do it. Cover it up, dig a hole, do everything that you have to do the normal person.
By the way, he could have shit in the lake, and just if he didn't post it, he would have been fine.
That's it.
It's that simple.
Asshole Adams. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Grand Junction in early October had threatened to ban Lesh from Forest Service lands. That's when he appeared in the U.S. District Court at Grand Junction. So he's been in trouble before this guy.
He's already had issues.
And he posted proof of his action on social media at Keystone Ski Area in late April and Hanging Lake near Glenwood Springs. I'm sure he was hanging brain at Hanging Lake.
Jesus Christ.
However, Assistant U.S. Attorney Peter Hautzinger and Lesh's attorney Stephen Leish, his attorney's name is Leish.
And his name is Lesh.
Of Grand Junction, were able to work out a compromise that was accepted by Gallagher on October. This is so weird. This is where the whole thing gets super weird.
Okay.
Under conditions of that compromise, Lesh agreed not to trespass on closed national forest lands and to abide by all the rules on open lands or risk arrest or forfeiture of $1,000
So
bond.
he was, I think they just charge him money. I don't know why you want to try to keep this guy out of public. Just hit him where it hurts.
Hit him hard. So his attorney got him out of the full banning and or jail time or the $1,000 bond. He should feel great about it.
Instead, he turns around and goes and takes a dump in the lake.
This is it. And
he
people
crapped the
today
lake on
feeling
this
like you can't, this is the mask thing. You can't tell me what to do, even though what you want to do is wrong and what you want to do is harmful. What you want to do is bad. It's not just crapping in a lake that you're not, it's protected lands. Listen to this. 19 days later, he posted the Maroon Lake picture on Instagram with the caption, Gallagher read out loud during Friday's court. Moved to Colorado 15 years ago. You're only a part-time resident. Don't say you moved to Colorado.
You didn't really move there.
15 years ago. Finally made it to Maroon Lake, Lesh wrote. A scenic dump with no one there was worth the wait. Was it? So he trespassed where he shouldn't have and while he was on probation, a similar kind of probation, and then shit in the lake that he shouldn't have, and post on social media. The trifecta of assholery.
Yeah.
This guy shouldn't be allowed to wear Patagonia anymore. Would that be
Look, you know the joke, if does a bear shit in the woods or does a tree fall?
if a tree falls in the woods and no one hears it, did it really fall?
If a guy shits in a lake and no one posts on social media, did it happen?
Well, so here's the deal. The law enforcement officer with the U.S. Forest Service who supervised the investigation into the photo noted in an affidavit that Maroon Lake is part of the watershed that supplies drinking water to Aspen, Colorado.
Well,
He's shitting in the drinking water lake.
right.
He is destroying. Like, it's not just a lake that people can be in where animals take dumps in there. It's the drinking water.
Got to pay. This is why you got to make it so painful. You got to make them pay so much money.
The photo was included with the motion. I mean, the first thing you learn in nature is that you're in a vacuum. What you do does not affect anything else. Am I right, Jay? It only affects you.
Sure.
What appears to be fecal matter exiting the body of Lesh is visible in the photo. That is That is the photo he took. That is disgusting. Nobody wants to see that, dummy.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Not even the woman who probably wants to marry this guy, but he can't commit to her. The officer also noted that it's against the rules to enter Maroon Lake in any way, including wading, swimming, or boating. So this
Taking a crap isn't even on that radar, by the way. He's gone that much further beyond.
This is a calculated crap. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's doing it to flout.
Yeah, the establishment told him you can't go anywhere, you can't trespass.
So this is about like don't tell me what I can or can't do. This is mask wearing. This is 101. However, according to the affidavit, he found evidence that this photo may be older or manipulated in some manner. The Forest Service officer responded to the water level in Maroon Lake that was currently lower than the Instagram post. So they're saying he took this another time, but decided to post it now.
Anyway, what a dummy.
Again, you didn't need to post it. So he didn't even do. First of all, he did it, and you shouldn't shit in a lake that is
right. But you're a
water.
Coward, and then you did it a long time ago, and you're like, I guess burning a hole in my photo cache here. I really got to get this out there.
Why lie that you were this rule breaker when you accepted the compromise? He accepted the compromise on October 2nd, but the mere posting of the photo shows the defendant's intent to flout the court's order, and that is right. Don't you agree?
Agree, 100% agree.
Leish filed the motion October 22nd to withdraw as Lesh's attorney. So Leish was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Leish said, I gotta get away from
like
Lesh.
a dump in this guy's body. I'm exiting.
I'm exiting this into Maroon Lake as a result of the defendant's latest Instagram posting. So his own lawyer said, because you posted this, I negotiated this compromise with you. Because you posted this, I'm out.
I'm out the back door.
That's right. Leish on Friday cited irreconcilable differences with his client.
Sure.
When to end the relationship. Leish basically crapped in Lesh's lake.
There you go.
That's what he did. The judge, so the land basically... He said,
Let's just wrap it up.
I will.
We've
This
been
total
in this
has been millions of acres of forest land not appropriate or enforceable. The judge disagreed. Again, it feels like this dude who says the rules didn't apply to him, and it would have gotten away with it too if it wouldn't have been for the meddling Instagram.
Okay, so the point of this whole story is that, like the mask situation, we are at a point in this country where we're just picking and choosing what rules we want to follow.
No matter how it affects other people. It's like Donald Trump took a giant shit in the lake that is our democracy.
Right.
And we all have to partake in it in some way or shape.
We all have to drink from that. That's how we get by.
His
That's how we
followers
survive.
are drinking from that same Donald Trump.
Well, they're going over to where the shit is. And then they're making sure there's shit in the water.
They're
right?
bottling it and they're selling it and they're getting
and the rest of us is like,
for it.
can we section off that portion of the lake and can we make it so that that water doesn't mix with the rest of the water?
And that's
for a
what
little
we're
while?
trying to do.
That's it. There you go.
That's a show, you guys. That's how we
crazy
do.
Story.
Isn't that a nutty story?
That's nuts.
Idiot. Look, we're not up. No one is above the law. Understand that on every level.
You can't pick and choose which ones you want to follow.
Try and follow the law and see how much better your life is and how much better everyone's life is. We're all in this together. Stay connected, stay protected, don't get infected. That means we're all in it together. This is not a hoax.
But we've got the jokes.
Wear a mask, everybody. We love you, and we'll see you tomorrow.
La-ti-da, la-ti-da-ti-da-ti-da, la-ti-da.